Detroit Pistons partner with Up Top to launch new Pistons reward program in collaboration with Avalanche, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, it's time for me to admit it. I'm pulling the trigger. All right. DHN Sports, the podcast, it's here. I ain't posted nothing on the channel yet. Okay. I'm going to make it super local. Super local. So if you're listening and you're watching from Michigan, I'm about to get ready and get into Michigan sports. All right. And it's not even for a financial reason. I just enjoy it. Y'all know by now, okay? Lions game all day. But it's more than just football for me. I grew up around sports. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the world of sports, because I first picked up a video camera filming sports. First time I ever edited any footage was a volleyball game. Okay? First time I ever picked up a microphone. Guess what I was doing? It was a sports related interview for my middle school. PAL League in Detroit. This is like '03. No. '02. Okay? Sports runs deep. And what I simply want to do is translate all of the skills that I've learned here, apply them to the sports world. I'm not expecting anything crazy to come from it. I like talking crypto. I love making content. I like talking sports. Now I'm gonna try to make some content. And little do y'all know, this is like the fourth time I've done this, so you'll be surprised. Subscribe if you want to, man. If you in Michigan and you want to do some Michigan sports talk, rock with the kid, okay? But let's get deeper into this story. Up Top joined the Avalanche ecosystem in November of last year, and they're bringing a different angle to the fan token model, which I'll explain to you in detail. Don't worry. But back in November, when they joined the Avalanche ecosystem, they came in with the Cleveland Cavaliers, NBA team, made it pretty deep in the Eastern Conference. They were leading the Eastern Conference, if I'm not mistaken. They ain't got knocked out in the first round. Be like that. But Cavs Rewards, in partnership with Up Top, powered by Avalanche, it's a first of its kind fan engagement program designed to bring fans unforgettable rewards and connects businesses in Cleveland with the Cavs community. So this, like I said, changes the fan token model, flips it upside down. Before, you had a third-party platform that you couldn't verify was connected to the club, the team, the program, or the franchise, creating these fan tokens, selling them on shoddy and shady crypto exchanges. This was prior to Crypto.com, prior to Chiliz. Chiliz and Crypto.com redefined the fan token business model by giving fans a trusted place to transact these tokens and ensuring that the tokens actually came from the teams, the franchises, and the clubs that they were associated with. The platform that Up2 provides takes that to a whole nother level, because what we have with this, and we also have the co-founder, co-creator, he's going to give us more details on it in just a second. But unlike how it was before, where these tokens seem to have just appeared out of nowhere, the Cleveland Cavaliers had to go to Up Top, up front, and buy these tokens, buy a certain amount. So we can't call the exact amount, but let's say they bought 10 billion Cav tokens in which to be circulated on their fan engagement app. What this means is if you buy tickets to a Cavs game or a Pistons game through the app, you will get rewards in return. Think of it as cash back in the form of these tokens. Now, let's just say you rack it up over the course of a season and we got a home playoff game. You want to get tickets, right? They start running a special promotion. Fans who have accumulated enough Pistons tokens will get maybe 100% off, 75, 50% off your ticket price for the playoff game. That is what it will electrify this fan token model. Now let's go to the clip here. John Gomez, co-creator, he's going to share more details on not just the Cavs reward relationship, but how their platform is different. Let's take a listen.
So it's sponsor integrated, so that's the first KPI. Sponsors are actually buying points that we issue on behalf of the organization, and they can distribute them at their place of business. So that's number one. The sort of reason that fans are involved is they earn those points and they spend them on team IP or tickets. So we've facilitated thousands of rewards through the platform in one season, including hundreds of tickets, courtside seats multiple times, away game trips that are fully kind of paid for by the program. So the positive economics there are good, but to Mark's point, where we started was not a lot of digital property, direct digital property that the rights holder had, and the program increased their reachable fans by 50% in one season. So that's pretty tremendous. A well kind of engineered program and sort of meeting the fan where they are digitally can have that sort of impact. I mean, Pet always talks about the Barca Spotify deal, right? Where there was a huge sponsorship that eventually did happen. But one of the biggest question marks around the deal was, how many enrolled users does FC Barcelona have, right? It was very few compared to, their following on social. And that's when you realize that an owned platform is the most valuable asset. Probably the clearest one to optimize LTV in the long term.
So, a couple years ago, when they held the draft in Detroit, they held the NFL draft in Detroit. You guys remember this? I remember telling you guys about an app that the NFL, or an extension to their NFL app that they introduced specifically for the draft. It was called the One app. And in the One app, they had digital rewards. Now, these weren't running on Avalanche or in collaboration with any third-party Web3 player like that. But the mechanisms were there. Fast forward, you have a few months, we get the report that other blockchain-based initiatives are getting ready to kick off in the city of Detroit. They are redesigning the riverfront, ladies and gentlemen. It will need an effective payment system. He mentioned how this also is an opportunity for the businesses surrounding the sports teams. I don't know how it's set up in your city, but in the city of Detroit, the Red Wings, the Tigers, the Lions, the Pistons, all play on the same block. Same block. Same block, ladies and gentlemen. The Wood, okay? Woodward Avenue. But in the city, we call it the Wood. But we all play on the same block. And there's a movie theater over there, multiple convenience stores, gas stations, parking structures, shops and boutiques. Let's just say the businesses in those areas partner with the team where you can take or earn, where you can spend or earn tokens at these participating locations. Like he said, this blows up the fan token economy to a completely new level. And one of the key performance indicators, like he mentioned, is the team owns the platform. Not an independent crypto company, some random website, but the team itself. And I think that was a barrier prior to this where teams wanted to own it themselves. But the other players back in the day, they wanted too much control. This isn't about you in your pocket. This is about the fans. And I have a mountain of respect for Mr. Gomez and the team up top for building this sort of fan token model. This is so much better. I'll wrap with this, folks, because recently, and I've experienced it too, okay? I've been to a few events in the last few months where I looked at my ticket price and I said, man, I could have bought some crypto. But you pay for the experience. But the ticket prices, expensive ticket prices, have become an issue, okay? Super Bowl prices for this year, north of $25,000. That's just to get in the building. NBA Finals, you talking another 10 or 20 grand just to get in the building. What else did we have? What else have we? Oh, WrestleMania 40. You talking about 40,000 to get in the building. So we're obviously going through something in the world of sports where things are changing and the cost to be a fan is increasing. I like the new fan token model that Up2 is providing and building on Avalanche because it now allows the fan to not only save money, but it allows fans to become a lot more savvier. Let me break it down like this. We see points reward systems at the grocery store, gas stations, movie theaters, clothing stores, credit card companies offer it. Why not do it in the world of sports? Why not have cash back in the world of sports? Perfect analogy for you. As we were talking about earlier with the basketball teams, let's say you did spend 40 racks on a WrestleMania ticket and they had a certain reward system. And I hope you guys are listening, WWE, because I'm about to drop an idea on you that could make you even more money than the Netflix deal. But let's say you go to this WrestleMania show, you spend $40,000, but you get 80,000 in tokens back. Those 80,000 tokens, that is enough tokens to pay for tickets to non-pay-per-view or premium live events like your weekly programs, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT, etc. You got enough tokens to pay for 3 months of shows. Now, was that 40 grand worth it? I'm just saying here. You adjust the numbers and the parameters, and I promise you, the next era of fan tokens are going to turn the sports world upside down. And again, now in college sports, student athletes are getting paid. That's bringing more money into the system.